Often I find myself talking about my mother, her sacrifices and dedication. I could not be who I am today without her, and every moment that she is in my life is a better one. But this seems to be a more current sentiment. At least that's how my mom describes my childhood, where I would make her life a nightmare, as all children do, and eagerly await my father's return from work. But make no mistake, though I rarely bring him up, I am grateful and lucky to have come from a household with a father and a mother, parents that cared about raising me and seeing me succeed, but ones that were also unafraid to let me grow on my own. My father let my dreams run wild. The truth of the matter is I don't speak to him often. And I do not believe it's because of societal pressure that deems it wrong for one man to share his emotions with another man. Rather, I don't value my feelings. Which is not something I can say lightly, but it feels true. I don't want to bother a hardworking, dedicated, educated, intelligent immigrant that took his fate in his own hands time and time again with the triviality of daily life. So it's with elation that I respond to "how are you doings" and "what are you up to's" that are periodically sent my way. And it's not as though at any point he has said to me, "Son, I don't want to hear it," or "Son, I'm too busy." But I stop myself before I even start, like with so many things in my life. I sit attentively. I observe. I watch him when he speaks. Professorially, though he's never been a teacher. His eyes light up with every word, allowing me to soak it all in. 3 of his lessons stick out to me right now. The first lesson is this: education is the most important tool. My father is a PhD, so you can imagine he takes education seriously. On average, an educated person earns more income and is exposed to more opportunities in the workplace than an uneducated one. But the prospect of healthy finances is simply a bonus. The best thing an education gives you is help in understanding the world around you. It exposes you to people and places that you couldn't have dreamed of, and allows you to comprehend the systems in which you live. Education becomes empathy. There are too many people on earth for you to confine yourself to your own ideas. Which brings me to lesson number 2. If you aren't loving what you do, why bother doing it? My father always told me there was a time and place for you to earn money in order to survive. He commended anyone trying to make it by, knowing how hard it could be. But he was adamant. If you're just trying to get by, you aren't really living at all. So he pushed me to pursue anything I loved. Anything. No matter how far-fetched or fleeting. And I have learned so much and continue to learn because my interests are as vast as the oceans. I know that I won't be satisfied until I try everything, and I look forward to trying it all. The third lesson my father told me was to love who I am because no one is going to love me more. At face value, this sounds less like meaningful wisdom and more like my father insulting me, which is pretty good if that's what he was going for. But I believe that he means if I can't love myself, no one will do that for me. Love begins with you. If you don't care for yourself, how can you form meaningful relationships? It destroys you when you're unsure about who you are, and he doesn't want to see that happen to me. And I do my best. That's all I can do. Armed with these 3 ideas, I continue to try and learn and better myself, because those moments, when my father looks into my eyes and says he's proud of me, stay with me forever. And I want to see that glimmer in his eyes over and over again. Love you, Dad. But it feels true.